Hello traders and welcome in a new daily market analysis video. Today is the 26th of April and this video is brought to you by the market research team at Prime. Nothing basically happened that much in the market since yesterday. We are still trading just around the supply and demand zones that we mentioned on the dollar, on the gold, as well as some main currencies like the euro and the pound. So let's have a quick look on the markets and what do we have on our economic agenda. This is a question that will be answered in today's video. Please stay tuned. Starting with the economic agenda for today, the 26th of April, basically we have three key numbers that we will be looking for during today's numbers or today's trading. We do have the core durable goods orders for the month of March, and this is for the month over month, which is expected to show as positive. We do have the CB consumer confidence for April, as well as the new home sales for March. All of those three numbers are basically expected to show as positive. However, we don't really believe that this will have higher volatility than usual. Basically, all of the market's attention is to be on the Federal Reserve and the comments from the members about the possible rate hike in the next meeting. So that was all for the economic agenda. Let's have a quick look on the technical analysis and the charts. On the dollar index, basically, we are still continuing the upward move. We mentioned in yesterday's video that we do have the next supply zone just around 102.50, and we are basically on our way to target those levels. We had a brilliant bullish continuation, basically, candle yesterday with around 0.61% of gains on the dollar index, and we are still expecting more gains to the upside. We're still having our targets on 102.50 on the supply zone. Basically, any pullback or any retracement on the dollar index to the downside is something that should be bought on the short term and the very short term. Going through to the euro, basically, we have just entered the demand zone that we mentioned around the 1.0670. And from here, we will basically be looking for some bullish price action to reject the levels of demand and continue the move to the upside. However, we do really expect that maybe the euro will continue to move a little further for the dollar index to reach the 102.50, and then the dollar will start moving to the downside and the euro retracing to the upside. The same goes well for the pound versus the US dollar. We are still in the demand zone. We mentioned in yesterday's video that the pound basically might create a false breakout to the downside. We do have our targets on of 1.2675. This is the limit that basically might see a false breakout before going to the upside. Going through to the gold trading, basically we are still trading inside the demand zone. We had this brilliant downward move. However, we are now starting to see what seems to be some weak, however, it is a bullish price action to the upside. We are starting to see some consolidation here on the 30 minutes with the bullish divergence. So we basically do expect an upward move on the gold trading from the current levels to retarget the levels of 1960 one more time. Ending the video with the US crude oil, we are still basically in this brilliant downward trend. We had this impulse, a correction, another impulse, another correction that ended yesterday, and we are continuing the impulse, another, and the last wave to the downside. We are having our targets around 94.30, and this is something that we will be looking for the US crude oil. That was all for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and please stay tuned for another videos. Stay safe.